Me in the Fox Garage is Hyundai North America President and CEO, Jose Munoz. Great to see you today.
Great to see you too, Gary.
So look, I want to talk about electric cars. I want to talk about pickup trucks as well. But first, let's just talk about car sales. You're coming off May as your best month in the United States ever. The industry right now, not a lot of inventory out there because of this chip shortage. How did you have even enough cars to sell so many?
It's never enough, Gary, but I think our company has made the right calls during the pandemic and then before the pandemic, and I think also after. And unlike some of our competitors, we decided to keep ordering key components like chips. Having said that, we have been impacted as well. So, you know, there is no perfect environment for anybody. But I think we've done a little bit better job. Additionally, I think when it comes to being flexible in production, our company is probably the best in the world. So we've been able to try to do the best with the components that we've gotten.
A lot of demand this year in general, but were you able to take advantage of the fact that other companies might not have all the cars they need to sell right now, or do you think you would have had a great May anyway?
Well, I think we would have had a great May anyway, but there is no doubt that when any of your competitors is having an issue, then everybody else takes advantage. And I think we're taking the fair share of that. But again, we have also been hit by many different issues. So the combination of all the issues that the others have and the good things and the challenges that you have made us be one of the biggest winners in the market. So I'm happy for that, and this is the past. Now I'm focused in June, the most important month of our lives.
You are taking some downtime this week at your Alabama factory. Pretty soon that's going to be building your first pickup model for the United States. The Santa Cruz is a compact pickup that you're going to be introducing this summer. First time in this segment. You are going to have competition in a couple of months though. Ford also introducing the new compact Maverick, $20,000, 40 miles per gallon. It's a hybrid. Yours isn't a hybrid. You haven't announced pricing yet, but give me the pitch. Why should I be buying that Santa Cruz instead of the Maverick, which looks up pretty good on paper?
Well, first and foremost, our Santa Cruz is the first time ever pickup for us in North America. And we are so proud because we made in total an investment of about $400 million and hired 1,200 employees to our Alabama plant in order to produce not only this car, but also the first ever Tucson produced in Alabama. So that was great. Additionally, I think we found a sweet spot when it comes to positioning the vehicle as a sports and adventure vehicle, which is very unique, and I believe we're going to be the first ones in the industry. More importantly, we provide the best warranty in the industry, and then still a really nice 3-year complimentary maintenance. And so far we have announced the ICE version. We'll see what comes next. So I'm sure we're going to have a good result because we put this truck on pre-sale starting last month, and we have already sold out 50% of the total production foreseen for this year, and I'm expecting to get all the production sold out by probably the end of this month, beginning of July.
Can you give me a ballpark on how many of these you plan on producing, especially compared to the Tucson that you're also going to be building there?
No, so far Tucson is, we are in the launch. You may have seen on TV all the activities we're doing. So Tucson is the priority by now. We have not announced yet how many we're going to produce of the Santa Cruz, but everything that we have thought we could produce this year, it's almost going to be sold out by the end of this month or beginning of July. It's not going to be as much as the Tucson, but it's going to be a relevant volume for us.
Much different than that then is the Ioniq 5, which is the first of this new electric platform that you're going to be using for an entire line of vehicles over the next decade. Tell me about this. This is it looks kind of like a compact hatchback when you see it in pictures, but it's actually really more like a compact SUV, isn't it?
It's definitely a compact SUV, which you can quickly tell when you see that it's an all-wheel drive. I think this is very important. It is produced on the so-called EGMP, which is our global modular platform for electric vehicles. And then we're really thrilled. We're going to launch this fall, and this car is going to have a AER of about 300 miles, which is really best in class, really very good. One of the most important features as well is the so-called vehicle to load, which is the possibility for this vehicle to load, to charge other devices, including other electric vehicles. Could you believe that? This is really unbelievable. And then third, also very important, is that it is probably the faster charging vehicle when we will launch. It will be able to charge between 10 to 80% of the battery charge in 18 minutes, which is really remarkable. And we are so happy about it that we've committed to our customers that they're going to get 2 years of 30 minutes unlimited times charging for the next 2 years. So you're going to have a great vehicle with the latest and greatest technology, which is going to have the exterior size like a Tucson SUV, but the interior is like a Palisade. So it's really a great space. So it's a unique product.
You are sticking with some hybrids in your lineup. Some automakers are just skipping over that, going into all electric. More important, I think, you're also sticking with a lot of cars in your lineup, sedans and coupes. Many automakers moving away from that, going all SUV or primarily SUV and truck. Do you think there's a continued market for that? Are you picking up basically the slack that they've left behind by getting out of that market?
Well, there is no doubts about that in our mind. So there are many customers that still prefer a sedan vehicle versus an SUV for many reasons. Maybe a style, maybe a cost of ownership, maybe driving conditions, driving patterns, etc. So in our case, we took the decision to invest heavily on the latest and greatest technologies into the passenger cars. And we are so proud that we got the Elantra Car of the Year award with all the technologies, including the wireless charging, the CarPlay, etc. So what you probably would realize when you analyze our sales the last few months is that, like everybody else, we ran short on SUVs. But we were a little bit better equipped on passenger cars, and the passenger cars are really leading the way, so we're doing quite well. Also, we utilize the passenger cars as a way to conquest customers, and then in fact we are getting a lot of customers from other brands that abandon the segment. So the consumers that are still there, they want to a passenger car, they come to us once they realize the products are great, technology is great, the quality, durability, reliability, complementary maintenance, warranty, you name it, all the package, then they stay within the family. Our loyalty is really the best that we've ever had, and then it's a conquest tool. So we are grateful for what other competitors are doing, and we stick to our plan to continue to sell and produce passenger cars.
All right, Jose Munoz, a lot on your plate. Glad you can take the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me, Gary. Have a good day.
And to follow everything going on at Hyundai and the rest of the automotive industry, head on over to foxnewsautos.com.